I'm Ross, and the band is Video Age. It started just Ray and I writing together, and we didn't have any plans yet for how we would do it live. We just wanted to make songs and record them and just figure the rest out later. But yeah, once we started playing with Nick and Duncan, it was like a really awesome fit. And so yeah, we collaborate with them on all the recordings and everything.
College, we realized, we were like, let's make our own band where like we write the songs. We have no idea what we're gonna like call it or what type of music it's gonna be, but we want to use like a tape machine. We want to use a broken synthesizer that we had, and we want to kind of make it a little edgier, a little different than what we were doing. And so we kind of just jumped into it. We had a label kind of already on board, and Inflated Records in New York. So we kind of just jumped in, and it's been fun from the get-go, and it's still fun now. It's even more fun now.
When we first started Video Age, we were both guitar players and we write songs on the guitar, and we were like trying to we were listening to a lot of Devo and like bands that were more synth heavy, but we don't really know how to play keyboards, so we were kind of just fooling around with them, like learning how to make sounds and playing really simple parts on them. And then we would like sometimes take the guitar out of the recording after adding all these synths, and we were like, oh, this sounds different. It's interesting to us. And so that was like the beginning of like finding a new feeling when we were making Video Age songs, and we like bought a drum machine just to get out of our comfort zone a little bit of like guitar music. But as time went on and we made a couple albums like that were like really drum machine and synth heavy, we eventually wanted to go back to more guitar forward music. So that's kind of where we're at now, full circle. Still love the synths and play with them a lot, but have kind of come back around to guitar again. Grew up going to Mardi Gras parades and watching the marching bands, and I was always so into watching the drum lines. That was just very exciting to me as a little kid. So I started playing drums first at a really young age, and then like later in life kind of found like the amazing songwriters of the 60s and 50s in New Orleans, like the roots of rock, the early rock and roll that started there, and like Alan Toussaint, the producer, and Cosmo Matessa, the recording engineer producer, and this amazing history of songwriters in New Orleans. So yeah, there's been so much inspiration there, I think, for both of us. And Ray's dad actually recorded an album in New Orleans with Alan Toussaint.
You know, when I was a kid, it was always around that music. And you could just listen to New Orleans music and be cool for the rest of your life. Like if you just wanted to listen to music from there, because it has such a wide range, from jazz to whatever. So yeah, we're always listening to it, and it's always there. People are always playing, you know. It's like the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life, you know, just when you walk out the door 7 days a week. It's inspiring for sure.
So we never really stuck to the recordings like strictly. So even with the old stuff, it becomes a very live band approach when we do it with the four of us.
Yeah, because we record and then do the live after. Though we were kind of jamming more, yeah, this one for Away from the Castle. I do that every weekend if we could, too. And Ross was like cooking red beans and stuff. It was like super, super fun to hang out.
But yeah, we like to keep it to not like overdo things with like too much editing or too much doctoring things up or something, which helps it feel live, I think. Trying to like leave some of the humanness in there. Sometimes the mistakes like lead you to a really beautiful thing that you wouldn't have made otherwise. So it's good to follow those sometimes. Definitely first, I think, just play, when we meet up to get ready for a tour or for a show, we just play like whatever comes to mind and just kind of goof off and sometimes we find whole new ways to do an old song. After some time has passed, we'll like reapproach it in a totally different way. That feels fresh. But then when it comes to making the set, we definitely think about where we're playing and like if we've, like for a lot of these shows, we've never been to these cities, so we like to play a little bit of everything so that people who are seeing us for the first time, but a lot of times we meet these people who have been listening since the first album. On this tour, we've been meeting people who have been listening that long. So it's nice to play a little bit of everything. And we do ask sometimes, like on social media or something, just to see if there's something that we forgot about or that like there's an overwhelming amount of people being like, you gotta do this song. But in the end, we kind of just do the ones we want to do.
Yeah, I was going to say it's too bad.
We kind of just do the ones we want to do.
Yeah.
But we do a little bit of each era, at least, so that of each album, so that we can feel like we're touching on, and because we still love all those songs.
Yes.
So.
All I want is my fate to be clearer, but I guess that I'll take what I can. I'm fair, it's easy, yeah. I'm fair, it's easy, give me time, but I'll take now or never. All I missed, what I've yet to become. I'm there.